Congress, it's a pleasure to be here with you this evening. I want to start by paying tribute to Andy Kerr, the CWU's former Deputy General Secretary, who sadly passed away last month. I served for many years on Labour's NEC alongside Andy. He was a formidable advocate for the Labour movement and working people. I will always remember his passion and kindness, and he'll be hugely missed. I know that Andy was incredibly proud of the support the trade union movement provided in the pursuit of a Labour government. Congress, as chair of the Labour Party, I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for all of that support. Whether it was your work in shaping our manifesto, sharing your expertise and representing your members' voices, or your support during the campaign, the staff and activists that you sent to battleground seats. The result? Labour won a historic landslide victory. Only the fourth time that Labour has formed a majority government from opposition. And I'm delighted to be here today, particularly as TUC Congress in Brighton has a special meaning for me. It was almost 20 years ago that I first met my husband here in the bar of the Grand Hotel, when he was the Transport and General Workers Union political officer and I was a trade union lawyer. It was during that time as a lawyer I was proud to work on some of the most important legal cases in recent industrial history. Justice for sacked Gate Gourmet workers, holiday pay for airline pilots, and compensation for blacklisted construction workers. It was these experiences that showed me how all too often the cards are stacked against working people and the power our movement has to make change. Defending workers' rights runs through my DNA. That's why, when I was first elected to Parliament 7 years ago, one of the first things I did was join the Justice Select Committee to hold the Conservative government to account on employment rights. We worked on their disastrous introduction of fees for employment tribunal claims, successfully overturned in the courts by Unison. Make no mistake, successive Conservative governments have trampled over employment rights, from increasing the threshold for unfair dismissal claims to changing balloting requirements and most recently their unworkable minimum service levels legislation. Under Labour, things will be different. We are ending long-standing industrial disputes, getting round the table, engaging in negotiations in a grown-up way. We've honoured the recommendations of public sector pay bodies after years of Tory contempt. And we will deliver the New Deal for working people, banning exploitative zero-hours contracts, ending fire and rehire, making flexible working a day one right, and new rights for trade union access to workplaces. The Labour Party was created by working people when the trade unions came together more than 100 years ago to form the only party in British history to truly represent those workers. We've had our disagreements before, we will again, but never doubt the Labour Party under Keir Starmer's leadership will always be on the side of working people. We know we've got a mountain to climb after the Tory scorched earth policy of the last 14 years. This makes our relationship even more important. Only by working in true partnership so that when we disagree, we do it respectfully and maturely, we can resolve disputes and deliver the economic growth that our country and public services need. This will require the full force of the Labour movement, working in unison for the good of the country. We've done it before in 1945, 1964, 1997. Now we must do it again. The historic link between the trade unions and the Labour Party is so important, grounded in our history and vital to our future. We are proud of our tradition, and as a Labour Party chair rooted in the trade union movement, I will always support you. You were our partners as we took on the Conservatives from opposition, and now we are in government. You are our partners in helping to deliver the change that working people desperately need, securing our New Deal and rebuilding public services after 14 years of Tory devastation. Make no mistake, this is the worst inheritance of any incoming government in living memory. It will be hard and there will be tough choices. But working together, we can restore our country, we can rebuild trust, and we can give Britain its future back. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ellie. You know. If Ellie can just join me for her gold badge. Thank you again, Ellie. I now call motion 57, Freedom to Speak Up, Protections for NHS Whistleblowing. The General Counsel supports the motion, to be moved by HCSA and seconded by POA. I call the HCSA.
President, Congress, I'm Paul Donaldson, and I'm here today as the General Secretary of the Hospital Doctors Union, moving this motion on behalf of our members. Francis, Ockenden, Thirlwall. The names of these NHS public safety reviews and inquiries will be familiar to many of us. Yet these are just the tip of the iceberg. All year round, HCSA receives requests for support from hospital doctors who feel compelled to speak up on matters and issues of safety. Doctors, along with their colleagues across the NHS, care deeply about their patients and providing the best care possible. In fact, this is what they dedicate their entire lives to do.